back, folks. Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG TV as we wind down the racing year. I'm Dan Dyke along with LOC. Bill Niles, the sheriff, joining us in the program to help break down this big race weekend. Again, this was taped earlier before Oktoberfest races started, so you might be watching the program Saturday and Sunday, and you already know what the results are, but we're going to keep you up to date on what's going on schedule-wise anyways. So again, back to Thursday real quick, Billy. Sportsman, green flag drops. There goes the champion right off the bat.
All Humfeld has to do is start that race. He's going to be the champion. The Thunderstark race is going to be fun to watch between Miller and Lethe, and the Hornets are racing, and of course that double O is always impressive, especially when they meet right there in front of the flag, man.
Oh, so yeah, and you've got it coming this way and coming down the front straight away.
A Hornet racing with a late model is kind of fun.
That's an impressive thing to watch, so looking forward to that one on Thursday night.
On Friday, Super Late Models, Area Sportsman, and this year they've moved the ASA Midwest Trucks from Sunday to Friday this year, and the big race, Bill, which I know a lot of folks want to get into, is that Dick Trickle 99 for the Super Lates.
That Dick Trickle 99 has become one of the more popular events on Oktoberfest race weekend now, and what it is, it's three 33-lap segment features, and you get points, and whoever has the fewest amount of points after that third segment is the winner. Now, it sounds simple, but they'll line you up by time in the first segment, and in the second segment, they're going to reverse the whole field from lead lap cars right on back, and then in the third segment, they take, I think it's, 8 plus the draw to line the third segment up. So nobody's going to have an easy path to win this. They're going to have to work their way to the front to win this, and it's been impressive to watch it last year. Neil Knobloch did a heck of a job winning that last year, and
people didn't even know who the winner was until about a half hour after the race.
Yep, that's the intriguing part about it. I mean, they give you scorecards, but nobody keeps score. They can't keep up. So
if we wanted to keep score, we'd go to a baseball game.
There you go. So that's the fun one. And the Area Sportsman.
I love calling the Area Sportsman race, folks. If you've never been there for this one here, we have a mixture of our sportsman cars, and then it's open up to pretty much any track that runs a similar type sportsman. And this is probably, it's a 25-lap feature. To me, this is probably one of the strongest races we have during Oktoberfest.
In the last 2 years, it's been one of the most hotly contested features with Rick Schimmerhorn from Coon Valley and Brett Kane out of the Twin Cities, and them two have just put on an awesome show the last 2 years, and they each have a win. So is this the tiebreaker, or will somebody like Scheck or Inglet step up and give them a run for their money this year?
Well, I think you're going to throw the Gilsters into that mix. I think you can throw Randy Humfeld into that mix, watching the consistency he's had this year. And Rob Curran, he doesn't do anything to his car. He just parks it and comes back, and he won that thing a couple of years ago. You got to watch the 40 car.
He won the lacrosse feature a couple of years ago.
Yeah, the lacrosse feature. He's going to run the Area Sports, but either he or his son are going to be running in that race, and that Rockland Rocket is always one to watch. So that is, announcing-wise and spectator-wise, I think is one of the more fascinating races, because you're going to have so many strong late model sportsmen running up front, where anybody from 10 to 12 drivers has a chance to win that race. Again, ASA Midwest Trucks, they have been moved from Sunday to Saturday, or to Friday this year, which is kind of an interesting move. But remember, last year we lost 12 of them with a whole bunch of wrecks, and here comes Danny Fredrickson and goes from his late model to the truck win.
Yep, and this is a pretty good move. They were running super sportsmen the last couple of years, and the numbers were falling off on them. So I think this is a really good move to get the Midwest Trucks in the prime time on Friday night, get them in front of a big crowd, and they put on a really good show. You were talking about Fredrickson last year. This has the makings of a really good show on Friday night.
Well, Saturday is probably one of the biggest preliminary days to a huge race that you're going to find at any racetrack. Every division is almost out there. We've got the ASA Midwest Tour, the Big Eights, the Mid-Americans, the Outlaws. This year, new the American Short Trackers, which I've seen them here a couple of weeks ago, and I think they're going to put on an interesting race as well. Chuck Deary telling me 30 to 40 of them could be showing up. A big move that we do want to mention this year is the autograph session was moved from Sunday to Saturday, and that's going to be happening Saturday afternoon. They want to get a lot more people involved on the track, because Sunday morning is kind of hard for some of the ASA drivers to get their cars on the racetrack.
Sunday morning has always been, they want the cars out on the track at 8 in the morning, and and a lot of people are not even awake at 8 o'clock. You got the church services, you got the pancake breakfast, so a lot of guys are missing out on some of this stuff on Sunday morning, so they moved it to Saturday afternoon. Brilliant move, I think, on the Speedway's part. You get more people taking part of it, and a lot of people could take part in that Champions Reunion on Sunday also. Then
I think this also gives folks that are going to be camping the entire week a great chance to see a lot of strong different divisions. Again, you're going to see the Big Eights, the Outlaws are going to be back out. You know, I kind of wonder, Jerry Ellsworth has run undefeated this entire year. He's qualified fastest every race. He's won every heat race. He's won every feature. Now, you know how Chuck Deary works at that racetrack. I wonder if there's going to be a bounty or some kind of an incentive thrown in there to see if somebody can knock off Ellsworth.
Well, if there is, you're not going to hear about it. He's going to keep it under wraps until Saturday.
I'll find out announcing that when 30 seconds before he goes, Dan, come here.
Yep. And Ellsworth has had a great season this year. There's no doubt about it. He's kept his nose clean, unlike the last couple of years where he's had a shot at a championship but just ran into problems. Or this year, he's been patient. He's worked his way. He's worked his way through the pack, and you could say he's been dominant, but he's been smart about being dominant. He hasn't been trying to bowl his way to the front.
4 features come your way Saturday night, just added to the program, and I had to call and get a definition of this, is the Mid-American Shootout. And what this is going to be, and I'm hearing the Decker girls in this mix right here because those black and white cars are awfully strong coming out of Iron Mountain and Eagle River area. This is a new race where all of the fast time qualifiers from 2012 and all the feature winners are going to ensemble for a Mid-Am Shootout for 10 to 12 laps. Interesting race.
Yes, it's and we've had stuff like that back in the 90s here, and because of a couple of guys, that's why they added feature winners, because there weren't enough fast qualifiers, and you get basically the best of the best. You get the cream of the crop, all in a 10 or 12 lap race, and it's fun to watch because it's the last race of the season. A lot of people get the attitude of, I got all winter to fix it.
Right. So. And the points champions will be determined by then. The rookies of the year will be determined by then, and that sets the stage for Sunday, one of the biggest race days you're going to find on October 7th anywhere in the country. On the other side of this break, we're going to break it down for you. It's got 3 digits. It's a 100-lap ASA race. The best are coming out. And we're going to come back and break that thing down for you. Billy Doc Niles, our guest, our Oktoberfest guest on the program, and Al Losi and myself, Dan Dyker, we're going to be back to give you more on Oktoberfest next on 7 Rivers Racing.